Viewer beware. You are in for a scare. So today we are going to be reviewing Goosebumps. And I'm not going to lie, I went into this with really low expectations, and I was pleasantly surprised.
So in Goosebumps, a teenager teams up with the daughter of young adult horror author R.L. Stine after the writer's imaginary demons are set free on the town of Greendale, Maryland.
So I loved the TV show Goosebumps as a kid. Even reading the books, I used to read so many of the Goosebumps books. So this is like something that really hit home for me, and I really hope they didn't mess it up. And it's safe to say they didn't. It was really enjoyable. There was comedy for all ages in this. I thought that the young leads are really good in this. Dylan Might, it plays Zach. Odea Rush plays Hannah, and Ryan Lee plays Champ. And they provide some excellent humor, and they're really the funny ones in this. They kind of like steal the show from Jack Black, but Jack Black is great as R.L. Stine.
Awesome. So Jack Black hasn't really made a good movie since School of Rock or Kung Fu Panda, so I was really skeptical about going into this movie and seeing it for the first time.
Especially since this movie is made by the same director that directed Jack Black in Gulliver's Travels. Basically, the story plays out where the kid moves into a house next door, meets this girl as the neighbor, and her father, who is R.L. Stine, is very protective.
Very mysterious.
And mysterious, yeah. And he's mysterious and protective because he's hiding all his creations in locked up books. They did an excellent job making use of the catalog of monsters that are in these books and the show, because this is the only way that really they can showcase all of them, is if they are somehow in this type of world. So basically we get this story with R.L. Stine as the main character, with these kids having to stop all the monsters and get them back into the books.
Honestly, it kind of reminded me of Jumanji in a way.
Yeah, totally. The kind of like old school practical effects type thing. Like, I don't know, I just really like the horror type element that was for a kid's movie. And then it just played really well. I mean, if I was a kid, I don't know, I might be a little scared, but I also find this really entertaining. There's sequences in this that reminds me of other films that are like horror films or from back in the day. There's the gnome sequence that was really hilarious.
Man.
It reminded me just of Gremlins. It was so
It
cool.
was awesome.
And there's also reminiscence of like, there's a werewolf scene where like he's like putting his claws on these walls, those trucks, where I'm like, oh, it's like Freddy Krueger, like the reminiscence of it. So it's a nice homage to things, and it's really funny. There's a playful banter with Stephen King in it as well. So like, it's kind of meta in a sense, but it's like in a very good way.
So fun fact, Jack Black did not only play R.L. Stine, but he played the voice of Slappy the dummy,
who is the like leader of all the monsters and pretty much causes all the havoc to happen. For me, the only part that didn't really work for this film that much was the third act. You know, it's still a functioning film and it's entertaining. Just that when all the monsters are on the screen, it gets a little jumbled up, a little too CGI heavy, and then it wraps up as like twist, like really, really easily. It's just, like, I don't know, they could have wrote it better, I thought, because there's such a unique premise that they could have did something special with this.
So this is fun for all ages, especially if you grew up in the 90s. Everyone should go out and see this.
No! Keep going! Never stop, it's how we ride. Never stop, it's... Come on, scaredy cat.
So this movie has a ton of heart. It's hilarious. It's good seeing all the monsters from the past make it into this movie. Jack Black is really entertaining, and so are the three main leads. Now, I can't really get this to a full 8. I thought that there's some things that just didn't click, like some of the CGI stuff, and also, like I said, the ending was wrapped up just a little too nicely. So, I'm going to give this 7.9 reels out of 10.
7.9.
I can't give it the full 8, I'm saying, but it was still definitely a fun film.
So I thought this movie was going to be a complete flop, but I was actually really impressed with this. Like you said, Jack Black was hilarious. To me, Champ stole the show for me. I don't know. But for that, I'm going to give this 8 out of 10 reels. I did really enjoy this.
And this has been a review of Goosebumps.
And if you like this video, please like and subscribe down below.
This is The Real Report. Thanks for watching.